Alright guys, just wanted to share some quick thoughts about the Logitech Pro X Superlight version 2. Now this is their brand new ultra lightweight mouse. So just some quick thoughts again, a couple things to note. So first of all, I do like this mouse, but the skates on this mouse are very, very bad. These are basically skates that produce tons of drag and are probably the worst I've used. There's just so much drag. You really feel it, and it makes the mouse feel way heavier than it actually is. Now, Logitech does give you one of these middle inserts that does not have any skate on it, and that actually I feel like makes it better because there's less contact, but you probably will want to replace these skates with some hyperglides or something that's just smoother. The problem is with this new one, this version 2, they changed the shape. So you see how this is like a perfect U shape? In the previous version, the ends of this U actually angle inward. So they changed it. I have no idea why they changed it. It pretty much, as far as I can tell, makes no sense other than it's just an inconvenience they added for absolutely no reason. So I don't like that. Okay, moving on. One of the cool things, as you can tell, is that this mouse does actually include some grip tape. Now this grip tape feels very good. It's sturdy, it doesn't slide around, doesn't catch prints, it feels quality. It is nice of Logitech to give that to us in the box, unlike other mice such as the Corsair M75 Air Wireless that you have to actually buy separately. These are included, so that's one benefit with this one. Okay, moving on, the clicks and the noise. So the clicks on this are actually very loud, and they actually require a lot of effort to produce an actuation. So to click, it's really takes some effort. Now I know it's like it's a mouse, it doesn't take like you need to be a power lifter, but I really do prefer mice that are just quieter to the click and much softer to produce an actuation. This one, sometimes if you're just kind of browsing around and you want to click, it actually takes so much effort that when you do put enough weight down into the click button, you can kind of jerk the mouse around a little bit. Doesn't happen in like hardcore gameplay, but if you're just like browsing the web, these clicks are very heavy and the noise is loud. So if you end up using this like in an office environment or with family members nearby, it's gonna drive people crazy. I don't know why this mouse isn't quieter. I don't know why. It seems like most lightweight mice have clicks like this. It just doesn't make any sense. To all the mouse manufacturers, just make them softer and quieter. I just don't get why you wouldn't do that. Anyway, so I don't like that about it. A couple of downsides. There is no Bluetooth on this mouse. Unlike the SteelSeries AROX or the Corsair M75 Air Wireless, those have Bluetooth functionality for traveling. With this one, there's no Bluetooth, so that kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, moving on then to the cable that's included. It's a non-braided cable. This looks like the same standard rubber cable we've been using since the 90s. You know, it works. I mean, I actually never even use this, and most people, I'm guessing, probably won't. I just use a USB-C cable that's already on my desk. But you know, it is still a value proposition that is not really added. I wish they would have included a braided cable, but what are you gonna do? Okay, finally this mouse does have USB-C. As you can tell, that's great, but I don't know what took them so long to put it on this mouse. For years, we've been waiting for it. They finally put it on here. I think really they waited to put it on here because they just wanted to give us a reason to buy this mouse all over again in a few years. So it's probably all about profits. I can't tell any other reason they would have waited that long. Every other manufacturer had USB-C. Even other Logitech mice had USB-C years ago. Finally, it is on here, but it's a little bit late. Okay, scroll wheel, I like it. I actually like it a lot. It's very quiet and it's easy to push down. No complaints. Some people said it feels too like mushy and you can't tell the actual like individual scroll stages. I don't find that to be the case personally. I'm able to use it very well and very accurately, and I think it's really, really good. So that's actually a pro on this mouse in my opinion. Side buttons likewise, very, very just clean and staccato and sturdy. They feel solid. They feel really, really solid, and I like them a lot. They don't like stick to your thumb like some glossy versions do in other mice. These feel just very, very quality. So that's good. Sensor wise, sensor is very, very accurate. Then again, what mouse isn't? Every mouse nowadays is really, really good. So, I mean, all I can say is it's amazing. You do get up to 2,000 pulling hertz on this, which most people probably never have to use. But if you do have a really high refresh rate monitor, you might find it useful. I never use anything past 125 personally, but it is there if you want it. There is no RGB lighting, which is really great. You just had this middle light here to tell you the charging status when it's plugged in. Other than that, I love the simplicity of it, so that's good in my opinion. Okay, click sound test. Alright guys, so should you buy this mouse? Well, this mouse comes in at 150 bucks, and that's a lot of money for a mouse. I think a better price would have been like 80 or 90 bucks given the value proposition. There is a lot of competition nowadays in the mouse market. You know, you have the Razer Viper V2 Pro, you have the SteelSeries AirRox 3, you have the Corsair M75 Air Wireless. There's a lot of competition. I'd probably honestly just go with whatever's cheaper. Or if you're like me and you use a Mac and you want a lightweight mouse, this is pretty much one of the only options because Logitech thankfully does support Mac OS with their G-Hub software. Other brands like SteelSeries, they claim to support Mac OS, but they actually really don't support Mac OS. Their software will install, but there's so many bugs, and with the newer versions of Mac OS, particularly with the M1 chips and the M2 and M3 chips, there's too many bugs. It doesn't really work. Corsair does have software that supports Mac OS, so kudos to them for supporting it, but it is harder to use than the Logitech G-Hub in my opinion. It's all just my opinion. I think it's a good mouse if you can find it on a sale. Probably wouldn't spend $150 on it, but again, I'd probably just go with whatever's cheaper if you're using Windows. So that's it guys. Hope you liked it. See you in the next one.